Hi, welcome to Rue's Musings. I am Becca Rue. Today we're going back to the human part of yoga. In my head there's a little bit of a pulse around the spiritual side of things and the more human aspect of the yoga practice and of being alive. So we can focus on the spiritual, which are the deeper, more philosophical, esoteric conversations, and then it's the other conversation like I've talked about, how do I put pants on today and make it out of the house. Today's a little bit more of that, and I had an experience this week of practicing asana and feeling inside of my body the way that I had watched practitioners 10 years ago. So I don't know if you've seen this, but inside of yoga there's a quality of movement when people who have done it for a really long time, where they just move effortlessly and they feel like they're in a dance or like they're designed to do what they're doing. And I remember watching practitioners 10 years ago move that way and just being blown back by it, stunned by the beauty of it. And it's not that they were doing particularly advanced asana, it was just how they were moving. And I started to experience myself more and more as I've been practicing for a longer time, and then more regularly, and then for a longer duration during my practice. I started to experience that quality of movement inside of my own body and really be grateful for that opportunity. And it made me think of this thing that I think is pretty simple, but I offer it to you today anyway, and that is wherever in your life you want to feel comfortable, inside of finances, inside of your relationships, inside of your family, inside of money, inside of food, inside of a craft, we have to commit to practicing. And the sticky part about practice is we can't do it right now. We can't have experienced 10 years of practice now, the way our egos want us. Like, I want to be an expert in this right now, even though I've never done it before. I want to be an expert now. And I'm moved by this, that we get to reshape our lives to focus on the areas that we want to really feel comfortable. And each of us, I know you all know this, but I don't need to be comfortable fishing. I don't need to be comfortable on a mountain bike. I don't need to be comfortable inside of an operating room. None of these, I don't need to be comfortable. So I can just discard all of those things because it doesn't matter. But there are a number of areas in my life that I really do want to feel comfortable, and so that we have to practice. We just have to practice. And inside of practicing, here's a little kicker for you. There needs to be a willingness to fail, because we're going to, whatever fail means, that's an interesting word, but not to do it 100%. Not to be the very best the first day you show up inside of practicing this thing. Back into running, I've done 3 runs, and I walk a lot. I'm just out in nature walking, it's totally fine, because I don't need to be a marathoner on my 3rd run this season. I really love the idea of practice, and I like the idea of inside of practice to show up authentically how you are that day, and to just commit to practicing, not to perfecting. That's not a word, but that's what our brains want, right? Is we want to be perfect. So we just show up to practice. And if you commit to that, and I know we all know this, but if you commit to every day a little bit, or every other day, as much as you possibly can, to practice inside of the thing in which you desire to feel comfortable, it over time will come. It has to. Think of anything you've practiced for most of your life. You're not worried about it anymore, because you do it. But you got to do it. Yikes. What do you guys think? Please share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.